Hi everyone, welcome back to the In-Betweens. This is BFAB, your host for always, I guess, not just for today's episode, since this is like my podcast. So yeah, thank you for being in this space. And for today's minisode or episode, I want to share some reflections that I've come to realize. You know those nights where you like lie in bed or sit in bed and your brain just won't stop thinking. You're not technically frustrated, it's not heavy, but you just let your mind wander. You start thinking about random things like, where's my birth certificate? Or like, did I say goodbye to my parents when they said goodbye to me earlier? Or where did I put the book that I told myself I'm gonna read after buying from Big Bad Wolf? And your thoughts are just flowing from the small details in the room or from the small details you notice from the people around us, our work, our client, the business that we have, if we have, or the business we're planning, the people we love, the people the closest to us, our friends, our family, and sometimes the details we realize that we kind of miss. So it was around 3 to 4 a.m. I was lying in bed and I just finished a chapter in the book that I'm reading. And instead of proceeding, I just wanted to like take a pause and just stop. 3 a.m. It's very quiet. I see the sunlight lamp that I have, which I love so much. I glance at my room and I realized that it's been 2 months since we transferred in this house, since I transferred in this room. And I realized that I haven't fixed my books yet. Some of my books are still about to be unpacked. Some are in the shelf, but it's not organized yet. It's like my room is like in the same season of what's happening right now in my life, which is not technically messy, but it's, still in the process of taking shape. Still in the process of parang hinuhulma, ganon. And maybe that's why my mind drifted to the people I love and the moments that I don't want to miss. And I wonder, like, do you guys feel it too? Like, I mean, of course, a lot of us do, right? But like, like you're in the middle of things, you're not yet done, you're not fully there yet, but you're slowly getting there. And while I'm noticing the stuff in my room, I remembered my dad. He has been into cockatiels a lot lately, like the parrots. And I think it was because my uncle is taking care of cockatiels and he got interested. He's always been an animal lover, from taking care of fishes, dogs, different kinds of birds before as well, and others that he thinks of. He likes to take care of stuff. And the other week, he had told me that two of them died. And his voice kind of like felt sad when he was sharing this because he was, the birds are like very young. And he was really, kind of attached to to the birds already because he is the one taking care of it. But then he also quickly started sharing about the new ones and the research he's been doing. He joined Facebook groups and whatnots and just really checked research on how to take care of them. And I don't know why, but at this time, this memory hit me. And I'm like, I realized, like, how often do I really ask my dad about him? Like, how often do people stop and think about asking really their friends how truly are they? How often do people like take a pause and just really like stay in the present moment, not touching the phones and just asking, how are you? What's new? What have you been up to? What's been inspiring you? What's been in your mind lately? What's the one quote that kind of struck you or like kind of changed the momentum of your life? Kind of like, like those kind of stuff, right? Not the surface ones, but the ones that deeply matter as well. Like, have you ever thought of that? Like, how well do I actually know the people I love? How well do we actually know the people that we love? Can we really say that we know them? Like, know them. Not just their favorite colors, but it's good if we know their favorite colors, right? Their favorite food. But I'm not also saying that it's bad that we don't know, but it's just something to also ponder upon. And I'm sharing this as well because I've been self-aware for quite a while now, and I'm really proud of that. I had like a lot of awakenings in my life that, urged me as well to look at myself, internalize, assess what I've been doing in my life, journal some of those learnings, and like reapply, re-strategize, and whatnot. And when this happened to me, I literally did a mini slum book session with my dad. Ask him what his favorite color, what's his comfort food, and all that. Cause I want to remember random things like that. And it felt silly in the moment, but at the same time, I'm glad I did it. It's just cause talking about parents, I felt like I was really in a hurry of growing up, not because I want to grow up, but I want to hurry the the achievements and success part of the growing up part, because I want to give back, and I want to like spoil my mom and dad. I want to treat them to Disneyland, all expense paid by me. I want to like really give them all the things that I can give them and all the experiences that I can provide. And that entails a lot of hard work and a lot of probably experiences and years and whatnot. And I forget that again, while we are busy pursuing our dreams, our goals, checking to-do lists, wanting to like grow up more or grow old to more to maybe get the ROI of the investments that we had or whatnot. And while those are all happening internally, and that's not bad at all, our parents are growing up too. And I'm sharing this to you because we are both in the in-betweens of life. And so this is my current in-between thoughts. And of course, my mom, like earlier we were eating at the dining table one afternoon, and I noticed her hair was growing out, like the roots of her hair is up to here already. And I told her that, like I said, Mom, I think your hair is growing out. I think you should dye your hair again, because she loves to like to dye her hair. And she laughed and said yes. And she wanted to ask if I wanted to contribute to her hair color journey. And I said, go ahead. And I'm gonna send something via Gcash. And that's what it feels like to notice, like you to notice and to say something in the moment. And I know that this sounds so mundane and simple, but how often do we really stop to look at people? Like, we are with people, but do we really see them? Do we actually notice what's up? Like, did they cut their hair? Did they change their makeup style maybe? And actually compliment them or share them or thoughts, right? Like, of course, I hope it's good thoughts. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes when we're with people, we're always at the phone somehow, even if we're just talking and all that. And so that's just something I swear that I want to, put out there. And I share this because it's not always like that for me. And I think for people as well. But I'm speaking for me. And there are really times that I was there, but I wasn't really present. I was just physically present, but my mind is on my to-do list. What should I do? What am I doing with my life? Or should I take a full break? Should I go all in? I'm young. I have all the time in the world. At the same time, oh my gosh, I don't have all the time in the world, because I don't know when the world will take me. And so should I like enjoy the moment, or should I like chill out and remember that I still have time and all that? And like those thoughts come in my head. There was this one time my cousin and I were working from home, and I was focused on editing my client's video because she had feedbacks already. And I was in deep work when she said something, or maybe she was sharing something, and then I nodded. I acknowledged, I nodded, but honestly, I couldn't even tell you guys what was that all about. Like I didn't know if it was about the heartbreak she's currently in, or she was sharing about like work stuff. And I was right there in her room, though technically my reasons are valid, but I wasn't really with her. And I know everything calls for like the right environment, the right time, and everything. But I just notice. And I'm just happy that even if, of course, I'm not perfect with all this, right? And I believe that we will never be because we're just still human. But I'm glad that I get to be aware of this and practice. So when my headspace is a lot clearer, I ask, so what were you saying earlier? I wasn't really present at the time because I was busy. And like, can you share it with me now or something? And then I just, turn off whatever gadgets that I have and just really listen. And I just want to, put it out there. Like, there's really times where in like you have so many tabs going on not just your computer but on your mind, and you forget to actually be present with yourself or even with others. And I think that's something that we can all call out to ourselves, because the greatest gift we can give, besides of course time, is being present with the people that we love. We see a lot of posts in Facebook about grief, about guilt, because they felt like they were always running out of time, so they ditch family time with family, or dates with like friends and all that, or even like being in the coffee shop catching up but not really being present listening and all that, because you maybe had work to do, or you have like something to reply to or whatever, or you were just really doom scrolling, which is happening a lot these days in our generation, and because technology and everything. And that's why it's really important to catch ourselves and to go back to being present. And part of it, I know, is also just life. Like on my end, like I'm juggling freelance clients, some stable, some are not. And I have my volunteer work, which I love. I have archery, which I also like still want to pursue. I want to go on side quests because I believe like the routines are nice. I believe like having these whimsical things will also help us to live life more and experience life more, and to share my greatest fear. Well, I have fears, but one of those really is not being able to experience this life. Really experience, not just like living day to day, or existing, even really trying things out. Like in my grave, I want to be remembered as the girl who really lived her life, who tried things, even if it's scary, even when it's not, even if it's out of her usual things that she tries and all that. Like, the world is so amazing for us to just sleep on, to just be idle. Like, there's so much that this world and this earth has to offer. And that's what I want to do. I want to try everything. I want to know if I'm gonna like it, or it's gonna scare me, or if it's something that I'll fall in love with, or if it's something that I'm never gonna do again, or I'm never gonna like because I hate the taste, or I hate the smell, or like I don't like the vibe or whatever, you know. And I think that's really one of the most amazing things as well. And to go back, like I believe that every one of us are, pursuing some things. Like it may be passion, dreams, goals, whatever. And a lot of the people right now are in a hurry because it feels like we're running out of time. And in pursuing our passions, goals, and everything else that we want, sometimes we get too focused there, which is great, and we kind of forget everything else, which is actually a power still. But I think we have to remind ourselves to be present to the things and people that matter. And to expound more, what I do in my planner is like divide my life: family life, friends life, JCI volunteer work life, congregation life, freelance life, and whatever, side quest and whatever. And in those things, I put in like just a list I want to do, or at least I'm aware of. And that way it reminds me that, oh, okay, this month I haven't checked in with my parents yet. Those things, it helps me because when I see my overall monthly planner, I see that, oh, I was doing too much work, so I have to balance it out with like side quest or family time or something like that, because I believe in going all in. I believe it so much. But at the same time, a part of me as well, the one that's very self aware, is we never really know, like, when's our last day here on earth, right? And when's the last day of our parents and friends as well. And so as much as possible, it's really, really good, great, magnificent even, to include them still in the all ins. catch up with them, ask them if you guys do movie nights or dinner nights together or whatever, then you really ask, you be present, because those are really the gift of life. You wake up one day and it's 20 years and a lot has changed. That's the thing about self-awareness. It's great, but I think you also kind of notice the guilt that comes with it. Noticing people too late, realizing you nodded but you didn't really listen, remembering you were there but you were not truly present, remembering the birthday of your friend and you didn't greet, maybe. Like, you can just really, like, if you don't want to do the whole long message, you can, send them a voice note or whatever, right? But it's also valid. But, pursuing your dreams is also really valid. I guess it's also just really weighing things, what really matters to you. And, we're human. Sometimes we forget stuff, and that's why really putting it in your calendar or notes or anywhere that you see can really help, because I don't want us to miss these kinds of things, being present with the people around us, because we chase our dreams so much that we forget that there are also other things that truly matter. That's not money, that's not fame, that's not wealth, right? And really, truly, and one of it is really gift of relationships, to friends, to sisters, brothers, family. And the beauty about this is we can literally restart anytime. We don't have to be perfect, and we don't even have to catch every moment, because sometimes we're really out of our head, out of our mind, and we are overstimulated. We have so much to do and whatnots and whatnots. But you can choose to notice in the middle of a story, halfway through dinner, even when you've drifted before. You can, like, pull yourself back. You can restart, and you can practice catching yourself every now and then. You still give grace to yourself regardless. So yeah, I guess that's it. Before this podcast ends, I want you to notice something about someone you love, their laugh, maybe the way they choose the same menu or coffee over and over again in their order. Maybe ask them why that's their favorite, or maybe if they want to try a different thing, or maybe notice how their outfit looks different today because they chose a different color palette, but they still look amazing or gorgeous nonetheless. Or maybe try to see the quirks when they laugh. Maybe they scrunch their nose or something, and ask them how they are and follow up on people, okay? Because I believe those little moments, they really truly truly matter more than we know. And sometimes those little things are the ones that the people we love, or people in general, like, kind of remember. And yeah, that's it. I hope this podcast made sense to you, because it made sense to me 70% of the time. But I'm glad I shared this with you. And let's live presently more and love bravely and freely. And have a great day ahead, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let's navigate the in betweens of life together. Have a great day again. And XOXO, remember that if you're not still in your end goal, you are still in the middle. So don't give up, keep persisting, because eventually you will get there, or they will get to you. I mean, the opportunities or whatever it is that you are pursuing. That's it, and love and light. Bye.